Hello everybody, I'm TonyScapone and this is the Epic Storm YouTube. We are live and tonight we are going to be playing some Cheerios. Not your average Cheerios list. We got a nice sideboard juke, so we got some spicy stuff coming your way. Just give me a couple minutes to get the word out. I'll be right back.
This video is proudly sponsored by Card Market.
Hey everybody, that's right. We are playing some Cheerios. That's right, Hampus Berkfisk. No sleep for you, you must watch. Love it. So we got a spicy one here. We're playing some Cheerios. These decks are always so much fun, and this is something that we did, I don't know, it was probably like a year ago, pretty much right around where this card came a bit popular. Maybe not quite a year ago, but a while back. And I was very impressed with this as a sideboard juke. And I was messing around a lot with Gaea's Cradle, LED Echo. We've played different styles of Cheerios with all the kobolds and stuff. But this ran surprisingly smooth. So we got a lot of different engines. Of course, LED Echo. Of course, you can cast Glimpse of Nature and just cast a lot of these free artifact creatures. Not that they have to be artifacts, but they are. Turn on our Mox Opal. We got a lot of fast mana. We get Saga as just another angle that we come from. We do have access to Vexing Bauble. But ultimately, we're playing some grids. And we also have Mystic Forge and Chip, Reality Chip, as another engine to just churn through the deck. And once you get going, the wheels don't stop spinning, right? And then you just eventually find your Grapeshot and you kill them. And then post-board, they overreact to your super aggressive combo. And we just have a bunch of big Affinity dudes that become pretty easily free to cast or low cost, whatever, and trigger Synthesizer, and we get a bunch of big robots. So that's the idea. It's pretty straightforward. Of course, we have access to Lava Spur boots now too, so that's pretty sweet as well. But yeah, that's it. Of course, I do want to thank our sponsors, and I do want to mention I've got my own YouTube. You're here on the Epic Storm YouTube, but I have my own. I got Patreon. Primarily, I stream on Twitch. I just won Sunday's challenge with the Epic Gamble. You can check that out. Nice edited content on my YouTube. Link to a podcast. All that good stuff. Obviously, check out the Eternal Glory podcast. All these links, again, in the description below. Become a member of the Epic Storm YouTube. Become a member of the Patreon for sideboard guides. I've got sideboard guides for Legacy Ruby Storm and the Epic Gamble on mine. But that's enough of that. I digress. Let's go play some Magic. I will see you in the first round.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
All right, we had opponent. We lost the die roll. We rolled a 5, but they got a 6. Well done. against Ubo. And, I mean, we have a nice Saga Tomb hand. I don't think I'm going to turn it down. We can eventually get either a green source, drawing a green source, in which case we can really go off hard, or Echo, or eventually find a green source off Saga, or find Vexing Bauble off of it, if we already got a green source. I think we're going to be fine playing against what looks to be some sort of blue-black deck. Shocker, don't see many of those in this format. If you're not familiar with the format or you're unable to detect sarcasm, there's a lot of it. But it's okay. We kept a hand that was kind of into that sort of thing. I mean, we could play out a Frogmite. I don't think I'm gonna. Right? I think I want to hold these creatures for Glimpse. Hope we can just pop off. We don't want to see Wasteland. Immediately see Wasteland. I was gonna say something like Entomb Reanimate, if it, as long as it didn't happen like right now, and we didn't get Wastelanded, we'd probably be okay because of Vexing Bauble. Okay. I think I still want a green source. Delver, so it's not actually Reanimator. I guess I'll play out the Tomb. We could put some power on board. No, I'm gonna chill. I don't have any flyers anyways, though. Not that I have any flyers in the deck that can stuff a Flying Delver. But Rainstorm. I mean, I guess unless we drop Petal, yeah, I'll hold them all in case we drop Petal. But there's a good chance if we get green, it's not going to be from Petal, and we're going to be playing these in some capacity before Glimpse anyways. So there was certainly an argument for playing some number of these creatures. We'll see. They didn't get to flip Delver. They Brainstorm, they get a fetch. Okay. Pretty good. So now they're almost surely flipping. And presumably they don't have Thoughtseize. They probably would have cast it. They probably have a Surveil land. Or they would just want to make sure they flip Delver. Oh. So they don't have... Oh, it's Grixis, okay. Makes sense. So... I would imagine that means instants and sorceries are in their hand. They're just too valuable to... And they don't want to show us on top. Or there were two really bad cards that they just need to shuffle away. Like they just can't afford. Right? Because you have to put a good card on top if you want to flip it with Delver, which means keeping a bad card in your hand. And of course they have another Wasteland. Can't catch a break here. I do think we're supposed to continue to be patient though. We're 19, you know? They're not even playing Reanimator. Alright, I mean, it's a clock for sure. We are really hoping to draw. I mean, even a Grid or Vexing Bauble's good. Mystic Forge is not. That is not good. Could be relevant to block Delver. So I'm going to play out. They all get bolted, though. I'm going to keep it going. I mean, it's entirely possible they don't have anything. It's pretty unlikely, right? We have 4 petals, 4 opals, 3 guys cradles, 2 grids, 1 vexing bauble. Like, these are all good draws. That's probably near like 40%. And we've missed 4 times, so let's try to hit it. Maybe closer to like a third, right? Oh. So 5, 6, 11, 12. We do have to go for it now. And it's very sad that this hasn't improved for us. I mean, technically, if Delver doesn't flip, I'll have... Actually, I can block Frog. Huh. No, I can't. Yeah. They have enough cards. They can make it fly. If Delver doesn't flip, then a blocker could be relevant. Plus, I'd be losing to removal, so I'll play 2 of them. I mean, at this point, I think I'm just gonna... They could have 2 removal spells, right? And flip Delver. Or no, sorry. They flip Delver, we're dead. They could have 2 kill spells. And not flip Delver. Well, to be fair, I think if it's Bolt, we're still dead. There's a fetch land. Delver's still not flipping. At least we have that going for us. God, if all they have is a daze this whole time, they're over there like, whew, getting away with murder. So you might be thinking, right, and obviously in hindsight, it would have been better to just go for it way back when. But that's in hindsight. Yep, they're pumping. So they've got 9. So if they have a bolt, we are dead. They have 2 cards, which also means they didn't have Force of Will this whole time, or they shuffled it away, which I doubt they shuffled it away, but certainly possible they just didn't have it. They could even draw something right now. So Darcy, probably what they drew. They probably have Force blue card. Or they're just bolting an upkeep out of habit. Wow, that's really bad. And one of the worst parts about it, I mean, it would have been nice to have this blocker, but if we just wheel them into a bolt, we're dead. I'll tap 2. Makes it so I can't Mystic Forge activate. Yeah, they just had it. And, I mean, maybe they didn't have it on one of the first turns, but they probably did, right? Like, our best... We could have gone for it immediately, but we lost the die roll, and they pondered. So right away, they're on the play, they ponder. Like, we were most likely going to find at least something to double threat or protect plus threat. And we just didn't. It happens. Okay, so now we do this. So the last time we did this, and it's been a while, so I might have to figure this out a little bit again, but we took out LED Echo, and then I do want to take some amount of glimpse out. I don't know how much though. It's probably going to be some Bowmasters, right? Trying to think what I used to take out before. We're just not going the combo route. So yeah, we can definitely trim on this stuff. We can just trim on the protection too. It's not about protection, it's just about slamming stuff. I think that's what I was doing. Yeah, I mean, we'll still go for a little bit. Yeah, Mystic Forge actually seems pretty good. Keep the Vexing Bauble just because it's so easy to access. Alright, we have Saga. Gonna wind up with a green source. This one's a bit disjointed. We don't have blue. Basically go Saga Boots. Problem is I can't make green without playing this Walker. I'm gonna keep it. Could go Cradle first. Walker, Cradle, Boots. We do get to suit up these things. Opie said, "Oh, hi, just noticed the name. In for some Cheerios today?" You know it. They say, "Hello, chat." Alright, little bobble action. At least it's Grixis, it's not just boring blue-black. It's gonna be a tough choice if we draw a free creature spell. Oh, never mind. That's a bummer. I think in most matchups I would have mulliganed this hand, but it's pretty tough to mulligan against tempo. You kind of need all your resources, so as long as there's a reasonable chance to draw into some good stuff over the course of 2, 3, 4 turns, I'm pretty good with it. But we're just getting consistently hit by Wasteland and not drawing well. Yeah, I mean... It would have been nice. That's fine with us. We're not doing that. I mean, it's good against Mystic Forge. Our echoes are gone. Okay. We're still kind of multiple draws away here. Synthesizer was bad. Another Saga wouldn't be the worst. Well, they get some threats coming. Another pedal. Okay. Meltdown. That's obnoxious. And they shuffle it away? They did. Sweet. Got like 2 more draws. Problem is our game plan is not very good against being at 11 with 6 flying power on the opposing side. Entirely possible the opener was just not strong enough to keep. Really did not expect them to have Lightning Bolt still in their deck, though. I'll be honest. Not sure that you should, right? All right. Here we go. Go for Glumps. They're going to counter it. Yeah, I think we can pack this one up. Good games, good games. All right, we'll see you in round 2.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Yeah, we probably should have mulliganed that hand. Game 1, it was a decent hand for the matchup. for any like kind of slower matchup. We just drew quite poorly. Game 2 I probably should have just mulliganed. Here we go, round 2. Change the record. Against Elbagast. And we've got a hand we're going to keep. If our glimpse gets countered, that's pretty bad news. But if not, giddy up. What's up, Deadish? Good games. Yeah, I should have mulled game 2. And we did, in fact, get forced, so we are not in a good spot here. Not at all. We're now looking to draw Echo. Wouldn't hate a Saga. Gaea's Cradle certainly opens up some draws afterwards. I don't think it's worth playing these out. Thank you. Edge Maze. Tomb, huh? I guess I'll play it. This is probably going to be like 4 or 5 color beans. Cheerios much tastier than beans. Yeah, this is true. I mean, we could have been poking it a bit, but it really doesn't accomplish much. I'd rather hold them in case we get a green source and another glimpse. Beans, beans, beans. Jeez, man. There's a lot of action in the deck. Mystic Forge, Echo. We can't cast Glimpse, but can't cast Reality Chip either. Saga would be nice. Even drawing some protection would be nice, but killed the Mem Knight. So, oops, all Cheerios. It would have been great for that glimpse. Caracas, how many Zero Mana Legends in the list? Well, we don't have the Kobold, so otherwise there would probably be one. But they're ready. What is this? Impending 4. If you cast a spell for its impending cost, it enters with 4 time counters, and it isn't a creature until the last is removed. At the beginning of your end step, remove time counter from it. Whenever the Overlord of the Hauntwoods enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named Everywhere that is every basic land type. Interesting. Certainly good when you have two beanstalks in play. I think I'm all set with this one. We drew only Cheerios. We do have a lot of them, to be fair. Do we want to juke yet? Probably. There's certainly a deck that can deal with this stuff. But not if they're overcompensating. I think I'm gonna leave it initially. I might juke on game 3. I do want the extra grid. I just trim one of the Cheerios. Just win before it matters. That seems far better than reading. Oh yeah. I hear that. Alright. So we go Memnite. Memnite. Opal. Tomb. Play this reality chip. Chip is in. My guess is they have a swords. Or something. I mean, maybe they hit Opal with a pending. I don't know why you'd keep in swords. Yeah. Sweet. So Petal's not a bad draw. LED's pretty good too. Probably. Oh, we're just in. That's awesome. Here we go, baby. They are F6'd. You do love to see it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Maybe I should have cracked this. We didn't get punished, but I'm... Yeah. Oh. I guess we gotta play it. That's pretty good. Let's get rid of that one. Well, that stinks. Play grid. And we'll attack. We could have just played the chip out. I mean, maybe it is worth it. It's 2 mana, but it clears the top and it draws a card. It's alright, they're off it. Do we go for the juke? The only problem with chip is that they do leave in swords. Let's do it. Do it and just hope they bring in like deafening silence or something. Now, do I want the grids? Sure. Seemed like an early script for Beansec that's shown us white. Do we read no board wipe over there like Wrath of the Skies? Yeah, maybe they didn't bring it in or something. I don't know. This hand is okay. If this doesn't get countered, it's quite good. They've only gotten a 5. Yeah, they scoop. Did they draw a card? And then scoop? Or did they scoop before they even drew? I think they drew a card. So maybe they had Wrath of the Skies and they only had one land and, you know. I don't know. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good draw. Get in there. They only have 4 cards. Tundra. Rainstorm. It's not a blast. Are they gonna counter the trigger? No. Okay. Well, I don't need those. Yeah, it's a consign. Alright. I think they were going to counter the trigger and then they decided not to. Pretty much, yeah. But unfortunately, it's when it enters. It's not a cast trigger. Depending on Opal. Okay. We just want our affinity creatures. Hell yeah. Four, 5, cost 2. Nice. What we got? Not nothing, I suppose. I'm getting in all the way. Do the right thing. Oh, I should have played Memnite. Forgetting this is actually a construct. Okay, they kill it. Yeah, I mean they kind of have to, and then this thing is still here, so. I mean, don't hate getting another 1/1 as well. You have 2 cards. Still have 5 power in play. Sure. Another consign. So Ornithopter's getting in, alright? Just trying to do the right thing here. Yorion to hand. That's good. That's good. 3, 7, so that one's free. Ooh, baby. Solitude. Hit our companion. They pitched Yorion, of course. They only have one card. We have 13 power on board. They're at 9. We've successfully connected with Ornithopter 3 times. That's a win. This is desperate. We got him. We're on the board. 1-1. See you round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week?
Beautiful. Worked like a charm. Hey, we're on the play. And this hand is not good enough. This is interesting. We'll keep. It's a little weird though. I think I have to get rid of Opal. Or maybe it's just Grid. Walker, Opal, Cradle, pass. Oh, what a combination of cards to come out. In my exploration, Wasteland, no Sphere. All right. Kind of jacks up my Frogmite. Us 3 now. It's a bummer. We're getting in. We put them to 18. So it's actual factual lands, no wasteland so far. I think best draw is probably an LED. Even like an Ancient Tomb, another Saga. That's scary. Not good. So we gotta hope they don't have crop rot, which I'm sure they do. Yep. So it looks like if we had played Saga first, we'd have had a much better chance. Alright, against lands, we're just trying to combo fast. That's all there is to it. It's going to be a tough game 3. Normally against decks with hate, we can just juke, but Merit Lage kind of flips that. I mean, I guess we have some colorless flying blockers that can help. But I think we're supposed to mulligan pretty aggressively here. Yeah. Not so sure this one works. I mean, does echo stuff. Lose the trap. I think they're F6'd. Yep. Let's go Petal Glimpse. Soap will get turned on after these. Cradle certainly represents some mana. Knight, Frogmite. We're going the Cheerios. And a Force of Vigor? Ooh. Mystic Forge is quite good. Let's go Cradle. Mystic Forge. Not worth it. Yeah, I'd say so. We have no land drop. I go to hand is not the worst. LED on top is pretty good. Wowee. Let's get this Opal in. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have played LED because of the Force of Vigor. That was bad. Yeah, I wasn't thinking there. Still want to draw LED, so guess we're chilling. But that was a big blunder. We probably would have killed them. They do have a random hand. I don't think I play Ancient Tomb. Oh, baby. Alrighty then. Let's go. Cradle Mystic Forge. Let's get rid of that one. Petal. LED, LED, blue, green. Spin it. Let's go Walker, LED. Huh, we can't clear that actually. Let's go chip. And chip and equip. I guess I'll hold these until in case we run into Glimpse. Let's say we're ahead. That's actually not good. I'm gonna cast it. Hopefully they can't exile it. That's very good. So let's go Thopter, Cradle. Spin it. Play the Glimpse. Play Grid. Now we're just in there. Now we're doing the thing. Go for another Glimpse. Memnite. Now the Cheerios are raining down. Storm is 10. It's fine, I can cast one more. There's the Grapeshot. We do have 2. There's 16 grids in play, so let's just kill them. All right. Took a little work, but we got there. Do we want to juke? Not sure how much it actually helps. Problem is we don't have removal. For like a sphere or something, but we do have Cradle. Just good. There's certainly a chance we won't pop off all the way. So I think it might actually be more reasonable to try to do this. Tabernacle's annoying, but Cradle's good against it. Then again, they can waste you. Let's just try to combo them again. It's gonna be tough on the draw, though. Alright. We'll keep it. They got a Force of Vigor hand. This is pretty good. They do not. It's immediate sphere. Petal Opal. Immediate Wasteland. We're in trouble. The opposite of what we were hoping they had. We want to find another Ancient Tomb, I guess, or a Saga. But they're coming in hot. Oh boy. Cost what, 3? Let's play Reality Chip. We're probably supposed to go with the Juke. Oh boy, a Crucible. Kinda need another Ancient Tomb, like now. Okay. You got it. That was brutal. Alright, see you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
Got the fun police over here. One does not do it. This plays a Frogmite. That's about it. This one goes Petal, Glimpse. Plays creatures. I guess I'll keep it. Bottom these. Hope we hit an LED. Hope he says I'm scared. I've been watching live and rewatched our games for your perspective. Yeah, I put 2 bolts back in today exactly because no one plays around it anymore. Rather you be Froginator for a couple of weeks, but hell no, I hate that. Well, I'm talking about against me. It was post-board. You shouldn't have bolts in against Cheerios after game 1. Wasn't a comment on bolt in general. You tried UB Froginator for a couple of weeks, said hell no, I hate the deck, I went back to Delver. Yeah, I don't blame you. Not a good draw. This is not going to get better by waiting, but we're probably going to get stuffed. No? Ponder Shuffled missed. Yeah, we hit an LED. We out here gaming. Oh, I didn't even see Yorion. I just saw Volk Ponder and assumed tempo. So I think it's clear they don't have anything. Or they're just insane. You gotta be crazy to not counter Glimpse. Alright. Let's go Petil. Max. Glimpse again. Hello, Froggy. Oh, we're cruising now. Who needs land drops? Joe's trolling. We are popping off. Be nice when we hit a Cradle. I mean, it looks like this Echo is going to be pretty decent as well. There'll be more frogs than humans at Eternal Weekend. About a 4-to-1 ratio, huh? Never played against Cheerios before, it's not common. After board, I left them for reach. I didn't want to overboard. Bolts kill creatures, push doesn't, so yeah. That's fair. You pretty much don't see Cheerios. We're cooking. We're in the kitchen for sure. I really don't want to play a land. So I think I go Vexing here. And then we just Echo. Wow. Let's go Grid. Crack the Vexing. There it is. Glimpse. Glimpse. This is wild. Another Opal. What's up, Aloro? Go for the Echo, front side. Spin it to win it. Mystic Forge. How do I know it's you? We've spoken before on this screen name that you're rocking here. Mem Knight. This draws 5. We gotta be careful to not accidentally deck ourselves. Oh, there it is. Reopal. From Memnite. Not even F6, man. There's a grid. You're screwing up the vibe. When we get to F6 through like 5 triggers, it feels like Cheerios are flying around, you know? It's the kind of vibe we're going after. We gotta click through it. 36 clickies. Oh, man. Nice little turn 1. All right, another Yorion blue deck. I think that means I want to do this. Especially on the draw. Just let them overreact to stuff. Get them with the robots. All right. This hand is not terrible. And it's completely different from what we just showed him, so I do like that. They're on a mulligan 6. We've got a Tameo. Another Mirror Enforcer. Not much reason to play these out. Yeah, Juke is fun. We played this like when Synthesizer first came out, and we crushed. We almost trophied. Wound up with a 4-1, but it was like we may have just drawn really well. And it was slightly different. I changed some things a little bit, maybe not for the better. I didn't have main deck sagas. The original version was more forward in the combo, and the sagas were in the side. But then it had a couple less of these. So I don't know. That's really good. Tameo's obnoxious. If I go Walker, Cradle make a token. Yeah, I still can't. So we'll just go Tomb. If this Saga goes all the way, I think we can get ahead of this Tameo. They go to 6. We'll make dudes. We'll have Opal for Synthesizer. Cradle's going to be nuts. We should be able to play out this entire hand. And then Tameo goes to 8. And then that should be lethal. If we just like draw an Opal, that would be crazy. Because we could get Lava Spur boots. Is it still up? I don't think so. I didn't play this version on... We did Cheerios on the Epic Storm YouTube a while back. That is, but it's like the Kobold version. But that version's insane too. That one's more like just all in. Not that this isn't all in. But, you know, this is running sagas and the juke plan. We did it on stream a couple times. And that I didn't turn it into a YouTube video, so by now it would be gone. We could grid instead of making the second token. Grid, I get a mana, an opal. Then I don't have enough to synthesizer. In fact, I don't have enough. If I do either, I don't want to tap my Cradle that early. I think we actually just do neither. I just get opal and play like Walker. A shield sphere. Play Cradle. So let's say I do go grid, and then I do use my Cradle, which makes 3, 6, 7. I go grid, I'll have a total of 5. Let's say they counter it. Synthesizer gets in. I go to 2 mana, and then I'd have 3, 4, 5. So then the first one would cost 2. Make another creature from Synthesizer. And then these 2 are free, so it works exactly. If they only counter one thing... I think it gets a little bit weird if they let this go and then counter Synthesizer. Because then I can play... I think the math changes because I won't get the Synthesizer thing. Three, 4, 5. I could play one of these first. No, then I don't have blue. Okay. So the first one only costs 1, actually. But yeah, if they counter this, then I can only play one of these. Oh, baby. So now we're just in. That's on top. That's on top. Now we just go splat. They have a force and they're going to force this, which doesn't really matter to us. This one only costs 1. And then this one's free. I'm gonna kill Tamio. We have more than lethal next turn, either way. We just gotta fade a sweeper. That was hot. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, they're not doing it. I mean, I don't know what sweeper they can have, right? These are 7 drops. Like, they can sweep a lot of this stuff, but at least we'd still have 8 power, which is pretty good. With a synthesizer, I guess it would make my Cradle much worse. But I'd still have enough to cast Mystic Forge into Frogmite and get 2 more constructs. Nice. Nice. All right, we're 2-2. See you in the final round.
The Best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Cobal and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
This card is so sweet. It's definitely nice that Mystic Forge triggers it. And you still wind up with what? 8, 9, 13, 16, 19. 19 cards that trigger it. It's not bad. Get that positive record. Come on now. All right, this is BCS, local friend, streamer. Good dude, good player. They're on 7. I'm going to keep. See what they're up to. They play all sorts of different decks. We're probably getting hit by Vexing Bauble or Chalice on 0. Has someone verified that I'm being truthful about the Frog playmat at Eternal Weekend? I can. Or at least I've heard multiple people mention it. I guess I haven't, like, actually looked at the website. But I'm just assuming it's a thing. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously obnoxious, just getting Chalice on 0'd in game 1 in the blind, but that's how it goes for me. We could draw Saga, but whatever. Alright, so they're on Eldrazi. Let's just cut this stuff. Sure, at least a couple of them. And play, I don't know, another Frogmite. I guess I want a card that draws a card off a Saga. I think this plan will be good, but on the play, I think we should just go for it. You were trolling. You said, how do you hate Frog? It is going to be the Legacy Eternal Weekend main event playmat. I mean, if you had just said, Frog is going to be the Legacy Eternal Weekend main event playmat, sure, but you started the, the sentence with, how do you hate Frog? Question mark. Sounds like a troll to me. I mean, hand is alright, but not against them. I would like to go, go, go. Hey, I like this. If they have Leyline, good on them. They got me. So we go Shield Sphere. It's a little bit awkward. LED. Bubble. We can play Frog, because it costs 1, if we want. Do we want to? I don't think so. I want my 1 mana so I can crack this bauble. Bummer. Nice thing about Vexing Bauble here is it stops them from playing Chalice on 0. If they're playing Chalice, they're probably not playing Vexing. So that's good for us. Yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. Ivoogan Go. Yeah, they're on a random draw now, which is nice. All right. We really want to draw Petal or Opal. That is how you do it. Sweet. Off we go. Having a good time. Having a grand old time. Let's see. We'd love to find a blue source. Bummer. That's a bummer, man. Most definitely a bummer. Vaccine Bauble no longer in place. We might get Chalice now, which isn't nearly as big a deal at this point, obviously. The VIP playmat is Wasteland, Legacy is Frog, and Vintage is Metamorph. Well, I'm probably going to just have to get all 3. I like all of those. Well, don't really like Frog, but suppose I'll take it. So Chalice is in. Echo, huh? I think I'm supposed to attack. We're tapping Ancient Tomb. We're going wide. We got plenty of blockers if we need it. This game got weird, huh? Is this one called Cheerios because it's a bunch of Cherry 0 drops? Yeah, basically. I mean, it's an old deck with an old name during a time where pretty much all the decks were given serial names. But yeah. Traditional Cheerios, and you can play versions that do this, but play even more Cheerios. They play like the red kobolds. They're a little more heavy on glimpse and just playing like another glimpse effect. There's a couple that are definitely worse than glimpse, but that you can play. Honestly think I'm gonna just take 4 on this first one. I don't really know how we actually make progress here. Mystic Forge. Like, I have to hit reality chip. But then I have no way of getting, like, I have to save this opal for red. Can't get Echo into the graveyard. Saga is the only way I'd be able to get more colored mana outside of green. They are at 13. Those are not good. Chalice is a dumb card. I mean, to be fair, we should probably just be doing the juke even on the play, because there's a good enough chance that you don't kill them. A lot of times the deck fizzles but just gains like a huge advantage. But because we have an all juke sideboard, we don't actually have any sort of removal. So we're just going block. Jump. Take 3. Maybe I shouldn't take damage because I'm using these Mystic Forges. Heard people claim obtuse deck names as a form of gatekeeping, but whatever, I miss fun deck names as well. I mean, it's super old. I'm talking like, I don't know, how long has Cheerios been around? Like at least 15 years or something, right? Even longer. And I don't think you're allowed to call it gatekeeping anymore when a name has been around for like 20 years. Like we have to run into Grapeshot, but first we have to play a chip. And then we have to wait a whole nother turn. So let's go for another Cradle. That could help. I guess it also helps that I can attack for a few. Needs to come full circle. Wizards should partner with General Mills to make magic-themed actual breakfast cereals. Grizzle brand flakes. Right. Yeah, let's do some chumpers. I think Saga can save us. Although we kind of need them to not. Yeah, that does it. I guess Frogmite, right? We need a Frogmite on top, or like two of them. Hey, can we get two of them? I guess I shouldn't have kept the Saga. I forget they're just holding on to a Wasteland. I don't know why in my mind I was like, oh, they're gonna hit Cradle. Yeah, we gotta find another Frogmite, I guess. Yeah, even then we die. We're dead. Should have gone for the juke. I mean, we're gonna storm it up. Wait. Can block. Oh, man. It's so close. So close. I mean, it didn't really feel like a real match, right? Oh well. We got to pop off some. That was a good time. I'm not sure I would play the Sagas in the main. I think it worked better the way it was before. So I didn't have Sagas in the main. I had 4 Tomb, 4 Cradle, 4 Mystic Forge, 4 Frogmite. And then I was just playing the grids instead of the Vexing. There might be a Vexing on the side. I don't know. But this package, you know, takes up a fair amount. I would probably... Right, because you bring the Sagas out, and then that Frogmite comes in. 4, 8, 12. And you have to, like, trim on something. I think I had only 6 of these total. So, well, I don't know. We will play it again sometime in the future. I'm sure of it. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Enjoyed it previously. Enjoyed it again now. Really, any Cheerios versions here. I'll show you like a Kobold. Is this a Kobold version? Yeah. Oh, we were still trying the sideboard juke too. So this is like another Cheerios type card. Whenever a creature enters this turn, you may draw a card. Another Chatterstorm variant. I was really cooking on this one. But there's different ways you can do it, I guess, is the point I'm making. I think I had a probably a more streamlined one that's on my normal account. This is my Daybreak account. So there's only like a few lists on here. All right, well, again, of course, I want to thank our sponsors, and I do want to mention you should head on to the description, check out the links, sign up for the Epic Storm YouTube, sign up for the Epic Storm Patreon, check out my Patreon. I've won 2 challenges with the Epic Gamble in the past few months, one in June and one just this past Sunday. And I do have a sideboard guide on my Patreon for what was the same list for both of those events. It's been a pretty stock list for a number of months now, so check that out, as well as a Ruby Storm sideboard guide. And fun fact, on this past Sunday, the top 4 had won the Epic Storm, which was the finals match, which was pretty cool. This is all on my YouTube. I did an edited, it's like an hour and 40-minute video of 9 rounds of an 8-1, challenge run. But in the top 4, the Epic Storm was in the finals against us with the Epic Gamble, and then Ruby Storm was our top 4 opponent, who was on the exact 75 of the list that is in my Patreon. So if you want to check all that out, again, in the description below. Feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Hope you had fun. I'll be here. I've been, if you haven't noticed already, doing this bi-weekly as opposed to weekly. But the next time you can check me out would be on Thursday on my Twitch. So you can search me, TonyScapone, on Twitch. Check me out there. I should be playing around 11 o'clock EST AM for, what do they do on Thursday? I think it's a vintage challenge. Although I don't always play in the vintage challenge. Maybe I do something else. I don't know. But we'll play Legacy at some point of that stream. But that's about it. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you all on Thursday. Keep storming.